let me go ahead and spill some tea for the secret order of operations for any kind of moms seeking to build their TikTok shop drop shipping pet business take that will help you increase your chances of growing faster. First of all, there's some technical secrets that I'm going to go ahead and break down. The first one is when you start interfacing with ChatGPT and quickly asking all sorts of questions to figure out what steps you should take in your dropshipping model, how to do this in a way that you reduce risk, etc., etc. What happens, you start using multiple ChatGPT window screens and kind of constantly needing to repeat yourself over and over and over again. There's a way to automate this into a workflow, so this way you don't have to do this for every business process. Especially, it can get quite annoying if you already found a winning framework and you want to find out if that viral product or the product that you're researching has any kind of viral potential, and you kind of have to quickly iterate through this framework without actually having to remember, like, oh, what did I say, what did I do? So what you really want to be doing, guys, is creating mini agents that fall into this whole ecosystem of orchestration, where they all work together side by side with your virtual assistants and getting mini tasks done. So this way, you could just assign the role to one particular agent as a researcher, another role as a marketer, another one as a negotiator with suppliers and whatnot, and another role to a sales person, another role for UGC finder, and anything in that nature. So you create multiple roles and you create those little mini agents and have an orchestration engine that literally just makes it all easy for you to execute. So this way, it's just gazillion times easier for you to just assign tasks to your like central manager, like a brand manager who works together with of course your real human, your virtual assistant, and it just becomes gazillion times easier. And if you follow this sequence of steps, is then it's just going to be like smooth sailing, guys. The only problem is many moms over 40, they don't exactly know what kind of roles to create in this TikTok shop drop shipping business, what framework to follow that would give them an indication that there's a product worthy, kind of a viral product, kind of worthy a product that you could sell online. So, and it's over time when you start doing this if you do this in a wrong order, if you don't introduce those agents, you're just going to be kind of constantly being stuck in the same manual loop over and over and over again. And if something changes, you have to. That's one of those mistakes that I see a lot of people do. Why? Because frankly speaking, for you to even recognize how to do this manually takes a little bit of time for how to do this in that TikTok shop dropshipping business. And of course, when you do recognize how to do things manually, you kind of begin going from one task to another task and never see the end of it. Never see it. It's become sort of like an infinite thought. So how do you combat that? How do you sequence this in the right way? So this way you are progressing and seeing that progress. And the best way to do that, guys, is to start off with basic Notion page, where you construct your entire path of whatever it is that you're doing. For example, let's say you communicated with your virtual assistant on Slack. Right now, you could download like a regular Notion on your computer. So this way you could quickly work faster. That's what I did. And let's say I did certain steps. What me and my virtual assistant do, what Bruno, the Feudal Hustler, does, what we do together, we literally follow through some of those steps that we need to follow on a roadmap for that TikTok shop plus dropshipping, at least like one day at a time. So one big step at a time, or should I say one small step at a time. But we're doing it through, for example, we could dedicate today for researching product. The next day is going to be connecting with suppliers. The next day, finding the UGC leaders. And as we do that, we create those Notion pages that are inside of a database. And what we could do, we could iterate through those Notion pages fairly quickly with a bunch of AI bots. And it just becomes gazillion times easier over time, guys. So that's what I had to do. This is the sequences I had to take. A lot of moms over 40, they don't understand this because first of all, it does require understanding mechanical manual steps. But once you understand those steps, the sequence, then it's just going to be smooth sailing for you guys. It's just the problem is nobody really explaining how to pull this off. So a lot of moms over 40, they struggle, they don't understand this, and they kind of give up. When all you have to do is just start off small with an individual Notion page, and gradually introduce other elements into your side hustling service delivery lifecycle. So in simple words, all you got to do, guys, is start off a Notion page, squabble up together with your virtual assistant. Then after you go through the manual phases, what you want to be doing, you want to be creating like your own PowerPoint and using those PowerPoints when you start going live. So this way you start creating your mini talent agency, because that will help you reduce like expenses, especially when it comes to creating some sort of recurring models and selling more products, not only from like one-time perspective, but selling it under the subscription way. So in simple words, guys, when you're building a business, you're kind of doing it piece by piece, and over time, all of those pieces start adding up. So even if, let's say, you worked on one little slide on your PowerPoint presentation, or like few slides that literally just shows the overall life cycle for how to, for example, find a viral product, and then how do you find the suppliers, how do you market. Like if you do this over time, it just adds up. But at least you have the destination to go to. At least you know that, okay, I gotta learn everything about TikTok Shop plus dropshipping. I know I need to get a viral product, I need to ship it, and I need to do this fast. I need to go through the testing phases really fast. But first, with your first product, you do this the best way you can. You're not expected to do things fast with your first product. The first time you do it, you're just kind of establishing the steps, the manual steps that you're doing, in order for you to figure out if it's a viral product or not. Then later on, you're automating it and then using orchestration agents. And that's what we're rapidly doing right now, guys. Already we're beginning to use orchestration agents to quickly have different types of roles and take those roles and adapt them throughout our life cycle. And that's our sequence. So we do a little bit of research. We do manual research. We create a bunch of Notion pages, create a bunch of PowerPoint slides, upload them on threads, let everybody know what we're doing, and simultaneously thread stacking as we are building the feudal kingdom. And that's the sequence that we follow, guys. This is the most optimal sequence, because if you do it any other way and you like go, let's say you go live and you just don't talk about any of those goals, any of those sequences throughout your life cycle, then of course you don't tune your brain into your own future you, and you kind of give up as well. So you definitely want to produce those lives. So go live on YouTube, go live on TikTok, and introduce constantly reasonings for other people to quickly start understanding. And by doing so, you're going to be fine-tuning their brains into your journey, and you're going to be also helping your future you as well, doing it faster. I hope this makes sense, guys. So that's how I do. That's how I'm growing my talent agency, and you could do it too.